Kabelo ke an actor. Ke kopane le ene ele an actor.
Very intelligent, very open-minded.
Kabelo is spontaneous and very competitive also.
One person who long gore ha ba tlo bolella selo fela without any reason.
Kabelo Moalusi ke an actor on Generations The Legacy.
My name is Kabelo Moalusi. I'm an actor on Generation The Legacy and just an actor in general, literally.
Kabelo likes competitive things. We've gone paintballing together, go-karting. Yeah, those are the things that he's into, adventure.
Primarily first, I think I'm African, beyond anything. Then I become Kabelo, who is an African. From Kabelo, who is an African, then I get an actor. Oh no, not actor. I become a family man. Then I become an actor.
Kabelo ke motho o ratang lelapa la gagwe, mosadi wa gagwe, bana ba gagwe. I've noticed that he always puts them first, especially his two little girls, so that is what I like about him.
Well, I don't think being an actor is glamorous. For me, in some respect, I feel like you lose certain level of liberties. That's my own opinion about it. Other people love it. They love the limelight, or whatever whichever you may call it. For me, I just love the craft, the art.
Kabelo ke motho he always wants to go above and beyond, better himself as a person. He always wants to better himself. So what motivates him is that will and drive to just be better and to obviously to provide for his family, most importantly. I haven't seen a change. Like Kabelo, ha change, you know, ha re shebe snags, ha shebe batho snags. When we're out, people would recognize him, you know, he'll take a few pictures. Yeah, he's still the same lovable guy. Kabelo's life right now, obviously since being on Generations, is mostly going to set. And when he gets back from set, and the random phone calls that I get, where are you, what are you doing? Let's go paintball, let's go go-karting. Yeah, that's what his life is about. Mainly focused on Generations right now.
I never imagined how it would act.
It be like a time where I had a break, where I had to reevaluate. Because obviously, my father being a very business person, be like, Kabelo, are you sure or this is something, you know, from what our parents believe, or this is not a vocation that you should be doing?
Kabelo, indeed, very active. Ke motho a ratang sports, so ko sekolong ne le motho o mathang, ne le motho o dlalang rugby as well, soccer, na etsa di weights as well, so ntse e gotse le motho very, very active.
Okay, how does acting define me? Well, it is a passion. It's something that I chose above everything else. I studied marketing and business management, which I did not complete because I wanted to be an actor. So psychology, which I still chose. Real estate, which I still chose. I worked in real estate and still left it because I was unhappy in that vocation. So I chose this specifically because it's what I wanted for myself in order to be happy.
Nkile ka nagana yalo gore a kry mosebetsi o mongwe, especially gane ke imile because we needed income. But he tried una boela ko property go rekisa dintlo and stuff. A kry deal, but una sa itumela ne se motho o itumelang, you know, so then I just said, you have to stick it out. And but he auditioned for Generations, I think 4 or 5 times.
I'm an actor in training, always, because as an actor you always need to sharpen your craft, you know, and improve and learn new things and contemplate new things and new ideas. You see, but I'm not formally trained. I used to go in acting school or what have you. I mean, the most I've ever gone in any training or whatsoever was the drama, which is not any training. It's just that it's an English teacher and also to Macbeth, please, and that's it. She throws it your way, you know?
Kabelo, when he was young, has Zanga any interest in acting, like at maybe primary level? It started Aliko High School when Aba introduced into like Bomesta, Westridge, and so forth. Then he won a modeling contract at Aliko Ding. Then that's when he started Abali interest. But I never acted at all. I never imagined Horitlava act.
As I started in high school, drama class with a particular teacher called Mrs. Fessa, go Westridge High School. Then from there, well, they get a lot of improv there. Then from there, when I left, I studied marketing, but still, 2003, that was first year, college, I was still acting. So part-time, I'm studying, part-time, I'm, you know, doing acting, doing industrial theater, you know, all that. So it's been a journey since 2003 as a professional actor until 2015 where we are for now. You see, so from that it's taken me like everywhere, from commercial stuff, everywhere in this country, out of the country, to productions that move around the country, Cape Town, Durban, whatever, but industrial theaters or theater. I was on Backstage, which is on another channel. And then from then on, a time where I had a break, where I had to reevaluate. Because obviously, my father being a very business person, be like, Kabelo, are you sure or this is something, you know, from what our parents believe, or this is not a vocation that you should be doing. Come back to business and do something worthwhile. So I did.
Kabelo Khakala, we actually went to primary school together, and then later on in life, got auditioning, Rakopana, and Khopola, Nanisam Khopole.
Yeah, I went back to selling houses in order to do more comment. Oh boy, I'm sorry. You know, you made some Mosadiaka officially, culturally.
And then later on, we started to date, and Ganali, Kabelo, and then we got married.
And ever since then went back into acting. Auditioned for Generations last year, January or whatever. Raya more relationship ya tsamayana le bona generation ya nna for jazz. Until this January where I called them, you know what, I'm a party for when can you come through. And that's where this journey began. But before then, I've been many people. You know, married different characters.
Kabelo ki an actor. Ki kopanilene ile an actor. Una mpolela gore na dira bo business management, una rata bo psychology and stuff like that. Mare ga di fetsa, and his passion was more in acting.
The most difficult things in a sense is to get over my own pride as a person individually, you know, and certain fears, public scrutiny, all those kind of things, you know. We've really insecurity as ourselves. So I think those were part of the biggest mentally. In the world itself, I would say financial is one of the aspects. Social dynamics as well between friends and also family, the relationship gets tested, you know. But obviously those who I'm left with have been the truest, have been the people that have been the most resilient. Then after that year, I was completely in like a mental disarray. I could not think anything straight. So Mkhize happened to acting, which felt like back to zero. Because obviously introducing yourself to casting directors, you must say, you're back and you're active, you're still alive. Then time went by, and our mutual acquaintance, Izipete, is the one that actually is my agent for Generation, who actually forwarded me for it last year, before the 16 actually.
He wasn't acting consistently. Lina, I'm in the business of acting, so rokopane re tshwana and re tshwanetse go nna re hustla fale le fale. We had to make ends meet, and at that time ne re tsoga phakela every day ka bo 6 ra pa dijo ra go rekisa ko di garaging.
Things were difficult, especially being in this industry, not having a stable income. So ne ba rekisa dijo, they used to sell at different markets, have their own food stores and stuff.
Go di shopong, go di taxing diamanteng, rekisa dijo. From there, we take whatever we need for bana or whatever, and then the following day, same thing, consistently every single day. Pap and stew, pap and force, semba tuban ba di kopa, nere di apa.
So that is what they have been pushing on the side to get a stable income.
Well, I've always had long-term contractual jobs. You know, they're periodical. You know, they can come in January to December. Then from January next year, the contract is over. So what are you going to do in order to look after yourself as an actor? Or you'll do voiceovers, you'll do anything, I guess, to ensure, because that's who you are. You do any job that comes your way, you know. But I've never done any job that compromises my own principles. But I will do something that will come my way and that I would enjoy doing. When I met my wife, at the time I was in business, I was doing very well.
When he decided go actor, ne ke le happy le gore ke decision I ratang. It's what he enjoys most. I was happy. We supported him as a family as well. I know from the family side, you know, even though ne sentwele gore re expectile gore, you know, utla actor finally, because nele motho na tsa business management. That time I go high school, early high school, I thought for maybe he's gonna venture into business, you know. But it's all about Horwet and Chowe Ratang, I'm passionate.
Oh, me, I've been selling houses before I even grew a beard. So I can sell you a house with my eyes closed. You know, I've got very satisfied customers that know me, as far as Bloemfontein. Yeah, so my decision to go back was the mere fact that I did do business, and even so, for me to marry my wife, because it was, at that time I had went through hard financial times. So I only went back in order to do right by her, you know. As we Africans, you have to justify somebody. Tonso umunyale, wabona, osamutlogela fela, awona ka sojo, a go really take away, tonso phegele go gaya ke.
Yeah, no, we've had some really hardships, you know, and we've overcome them. And it's a blessing, the situation is what it is right now.
Okokuqala mina nawe asijoli ne. Okwesithu anginandaba ukuthi ujola nobani?
So why are you all over my dad? And usaleka go mplela gore batla mentor.
Well, how did Generation come about? What happened was that I auditioned for Generations last year, January. I went through several callbacks like the whole year, until like June, I think. Yes. Can you imagine going through callbacks until June?
Kabelo wants to be known as someone who has persevered and not given up. He was close to giving up his dream of acting, but just as he was about to give up, Generations called. So yeah, a man that doesn't give up.
After that, they confirmed, I signed a contract, all that happened. Then from then there was that, you know, 16 actors. From what happened there, obviously we cancelled contract. Then time yazama, you know, January this year, 2015, ba phone gape ba nteletsa ba re can you come? We've got a role. Role ke siya Khatebe. Are you interested? I give a audition. No. This is a part. It's a few calls. It's a week. Kaya go thing for big. My untrained self. I went there for a week. 3 calls it was. Simple. I went for the first 2 calls. On my last third call, well, they informed her, we'd like to extend your contract for the next 3 months. Mind you, that was February until May. It's like, fine, good and well. So month went by after that, or yeah, a month or so. They were like, you know what, we'd like to have you until the end of the season, which obviously the season ends in October. So I agreed to the end of the season. Then a month thereafter, they're like, we'd like to have you for the following season. So I signed up for the following season as well.
This is only the beginning. South Africa being on SA screens is just the first step. I want to see him go global, tackle international films, you know, just broaden his craft and just to become better and be a well-established actor internationally.
Life has changed a lot. Kabelo is very humble. He's a kind person. So since I've been more acting, I haven't noticed a lot of changes. He's the same guy he's been. You know, anything a different guy.
This is not where I imagined my journey ends or where I've always wanted to be or where I dreamt I could be. I thought this is a stage that I would reach on my way to going somewhere where I need to be, such as maybe Hollywood, and you know, better actor representing my country, representing those of my craft in my country, obviously, to make it more open to the rest of the entire world, and also in business, obviously, and just as a father, as a husband, as a brother, as a son, as everything, as a human.
The misconception that people have about actors is that, and obviously, that's this idea from the American actors, obviously, because for instance, for the camera they are flashing, obviously you can afford whatever afford and whatever, you know what I mean? That's not the point of acting. The whole point, you won't afford everything that you think you will, especially in South Africa, to put it point blank, especially when you're starting. What you need to do is literally to grow yourself. Plan. Look at how you can grow yourself as a person for the next 10 years, 20 years. Grow yourself in terms of your career as an actor, and sharpening your skills. Also, how you grow yourself with family and such things. But the misconception about once you act, you're going to be flying in a helicopter, private helicopter, a helipad on your roof. In the real world, it doesn't happen. You have to work hard. You have to implement everything that you can learn. I'm no longer anonymous. I can't walk in the street and still be Kabelo, just Kabelo in my own mind. I go and be just us.
Go acta ga gage mo generations the legacy it changed the dynamics nyana. Let me say that ka gonne gona nong ga re tsamaya re ya di shopong Kabelo ke siya we don't really get like a private moment.
Also, the interaction about it has changed that, how people meet you for the first time, how they perceive you for the first time. So those preconceived ideas, or maybe or you're a high roller, or whatever they may think, you know, they don't see you normally just as a person. As this person they've idolized from afar, and that level of disconnection, if I were to put it that way, and simply. But how it has changed my life, I would say, not very much, because I spend most of my time with my family. If I'm not at work, I'm with my family, and if I'm not with my family, I am at gym, or I'm doing sports somewhere, literally. So in that respect, it hasn't changed my life in that huge way. It's only in public areas where I feel the greatest change.
Kabelo ne ke motho private, ke motho o reserved, you know. So gantsi o batla like quiet time le family, ga re tswa, you know. but we embrace it, and Lina, I've had to embrace. So I'm a full-time photographer.
I've planned so many things for the future. And what I've learned with life is that all the plans all the plans have changed here and there. Because life is just that way. They can change any moment. But what I just dream about, which are part of the ultimate plan, it's just, I guess, a happy life, a secure family, secure friendships, and also to secure others with work. Let me be the one who gives others work, because I've been fortunate to be given work. So I think I need to get to the point where I can create the employment for others as well. Quality employment. Am I where I want to be? I feel like since acting is something I've always wanted to do, yes, but it's not all I want to do. And in being in a popular show like Generations is not all I've ever wanted to do. I thought I'll be in movies one day, I'll be in Hollywood someday, and obviously what that means, obviously, to improve as a performer. It's a long journey, it's a process that I'm still undergoing, so I'm not where I want to be.
Drink.
Yeah, energy drink helps. Yeah, I'd have to mainline the stuff to keep on.
How I want Batho gore ba nkgopole it would be forever smiling, forever in a good mood, hopefully I can leave the world a better place, hopefully, working hard at it, hopefully I can make it. I've got the support, family, and I'd say now my family, in-laws and my natural family have been very supportive. So I can imagine with all that kind of support, I'll be able to make a difference. But yeah, that's all I hope for, that I can be remembered well. As someone who, when they walked into anyone's life, it became better than when they were without me.